Welcome back to Window on Wall Street, a program that shares information about delayed food sensitivities. Sensitivities that may cause symptoms like migraine headaches, chronic fatigue, stress, digestive issues such as IBS, and even ADD, ADHD, just to mention a few. I'm Keonig, your host, and in today's program, we'll be taking questions from patients who have invested in an Immuno blood print, a simple blood test that identifies foods which could be the cause of many symptoms. My guest today is Zavik, author of the very popular book, Toxic Food Syndrome, and the founder of Immuno Laboratories, the world's most respected source for accurate delayed food allergy test results. Welcome, Jeffrey.
My pleasure.
Now let's take a call.
Hi, my name's Juanita, and I'm from Staten Island, New York. I'm Puerto Rican, and my family loves beans. I mean, we have beans. It's a family tradition, but I've tested positive for beans, and what am I going to do? I can't go to a family meal and not have beans.
I think that oftentimes in any ethnic group, whether it's Jewish or it's Puerto Rican or it's Mexican or it's Asian, each of us are tending towards eating the same things very frequently. And therein lies part of the problem, is that we tend to create sensitivities. Now the good news is that with these new huge markets that are opening up, the variety that's being offered, there are tremendous alternatives. So I don't have a complete list, but I would guess to you that there are dozens and dozens and dozens of beans. So there may be a different bean from a different family that would work perfectly fine for the caller. And in general, we want to get a little more variation into our diet, not just be eating the same thing all the time. Now we can eat the same type of thing. Like for example, if someone loves wraps, well, wraps can be made out of wheat, they can be made out of corn, they can be made out of rice. You can still have the wrap, you're just not having the wrap out of only wheat. Or in this case, you can still have the beans, but perhaps not the same bean that you've been having all along.
Jeffrey, thank you so much. Now we've got Dr. Mikell Parsons standing by with some alternative food ideas. Dr. Parsons, any thoughts for our caller?
This is a big issue. One of the things that you always need to keep in mind is when you're pulling something out of your diet, you want to add something back in. That way you're not feeling deprived. But the problem that a lot of people face is, I don't know what half this stuff is that it says I'm okay on, and the stuff that I'm sensitive to are the things that I love. Know that there are options. So for example, if you love chili and you have a sensitivity to beans, then add meat instead of the beans in your chili. Switch things around a little bit. Remember, there's no rules when it comes to food. It's whatever you want to create. If you're sensitive to the pepper family, whether it's bell peppers, black pepper, that also includes tomatoes, maybe some of the nightshades, then what about doing more things in your salads with cucumbers and spinach and those kinds of things? So what I have my patients do oftentimes is we'll look at all of the things they can have and we'll start to create new meal plans for them, because what you don't know makes it hard to create and try something new. Now I just want to throw in the whole broccoli, cabbage type of family. Those foods are commonly available in a lot of Asian types of cooking. More than likely, they do have other vegetables on the menu, and that's when you can say, you know, I just want some sweet peas with some carrots instead of the broccoli and cabbage. Or just hold the cabbage in that taco instead of having the traditional Mexican taco with cabbage. It's okay to eliminate. With kids, you've got to read the labels. All of those yummy vitamins and vitamin C things, they will often have some of the fruits as sweeteners added in. It's more challenging with a child, and you'll really need to get with your healthcare practitioner to find a product that's going to be safe for them to have for the next 90 days. If it's beans that's an issue, there's a lot of beans. It's a huge category. Remember, you invested your time and money into this test. Give it 90 days. There is life after beans. And remember, beans are a good source of protein, but there's other sources of protein as well. So if you're using beans for a protein source, add in some eggs, add in some more meat, maybe add in quinoa as a grain, so you can still get that protein based. Those nightshade peppers and potatoes also are a great contributor to joint pain. So if you are suffering from that, I'm really going to encourage you, instead of potatoes, such as the white potatoes, maybe do a sweet potato or a yam. If it's mustard that's an issue for you mustard lovers, don't have the mustard. Probably shouldn't be having the hot dog either, but those are for separate reasons. When you're doing those green drinks, everyone loves the green drinks. They're so healthy, ooh, they're so good. But they are going to be loaded with a lot of those things that you might be sensitive to. I fall into this category because I'm allergic to spinach. I have a great sensitivity to spinach. It does not like me. So there's spinach in this. There's oftentimes peppers because they're supposed to be healthy for us, right? But they're not healthy for you right now. So just know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. This is a transition. This may not be your whole life. As you go through this process, your body will let you know what you can have and what you can't.
Thanks, Dr. Mikell Parsons, and to you, Dr. Zavik. We'll continue with Window on Wall Street after the break, but may I encourage those of you watching who may have a family member, friend, or coworker experiencing similar health issues to forward the link to this video below to them. And if you haven't had your immuno blood print, please learn more and get yourself tested. Remember, there's a hidden link between what you eat and how you feel. I'm Keonig, and we'll be right back.